Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the On-Center War Memorial Arena, where the Syracuse Silver Knights are your latest team to be added to the Ron Newman Cup playoffs here, as they will look to gain some momentum heading into the MASL playoffs. They do it so with a win against the MASL Central Division winners and Milwaukee away. Hello everyone and welcome to this production of Syracuse Silver Knights Soccer. Christian Guzman here alongside Mason Hardisky, who will be joining me for the first half today. And Mason, this is a Syracuse team that after not making the playoffs last year, really refocused and was able to put a very good, strong season under head coach Ryan Hall. And they find themselves right now where they are locked into the second place spot in the MASL Central Division and qualifying for the playoffs.
Oh, well, absolutely, Christian. I mean, last season was heartbreaking for Syracuse to not make the playoffs after 3 years in a row of making it beforehand. That being said, this year's playoff run will be more important than ever as the Silver Knights try and take the Ron Newman Cup.
So Syracuse now taking on the Milwaukee Wave. Let's take a look at who is on this Milwaukee Wave team and their starting lineup. Starting off for the Wave, in goal is Josh Lemos, who shut out this Syracuse team last time these two teams had played. So it should be very interesting to see what exactly he can put up today. Starting alongside him, Chan Vandergrief, Daniel Matos, Max Ferdinand, Marcio, and always the dangerous Ian Bennett. For Syracuse, starting to go for them, Andrew Coughlin, looking to rebound from letting in 8 goals in the last game that Syracuse played against Harrisburg. Starting alongside him, Domenico Fitzalway, Bo Yelovak, Darren Toby, Conrado Forbes, and Slavisa Parapovic.
Now, Christian, you hit on the dangerous list of Ian Bennett. Let me go down his resume for you right now. 47 goals, 58 points. Those are some off-the-chart stats this season.
We're underway here.
If anyone will pose a trouble to the Silver Knights today, it's got to be Bennett.
So Syracuse moving from left to right, Milwaukee, I should say Syracuse attacking from right to left, Milwaukee moving from left to right. Here's Lemos. He's looking long. No, intercepted by Conrado Forbes, and Forbes now riding down the right-hand side. We'll pass back to Darren Toby, and here's Andrew Coughlin.
And here we see Syracuse doing what they love to do and controlling the tempo of the game in their favor. Get ready to see a lot of calm, cool, and collected offense today, especially with a guy like Lemos in the goal.
Syracuse in the offensive zone. Yelovak tried to get the ball off the boards, finds the feet of Jake Schindler, and it will go over to the Milwaukee defense. Here's Max Ferdinand.
Another very dangerous player out there. Already with 30 assists on the year, he leads the MASL in that category. Another player Syracuse has to keep an eye on.
Marcio, back to Lemos. Lemos crossing halfway. Ball intercepted nicely there by Patrick Thompson. Here comes Syracuse. Nate Bordeaux over to Ben Raymond. Raymond quite of late, but he's been having a fantastic season so far. 10 goals, 6 assists for the Baldwinsville native as a whistle was blown, and not sure of the restart. Looks like it will go over as a drop ball, actually. And Bordeaux will poke it away only as far as Daniel Chamelin. Lemos looking long. Finds Andre Hain. And back over to Tenzin Rampa, who had a goal against the Silver Knights last time these two teams played. Last time these two teams played, 6-0 in favor of Milwaukee, winning the second shutout of the season for the MASL. Here's Ben Raymond, though. Good interception. Now he's looking for Bo Yelovak.
Yelovak trying to help Raymond get out of the corner right there. Not a lot of people are going to be on their body for a big guy like that.
Not indeed. Here's Patrick Thompson on the ball. Tries to push away for a shot. Actually fouled from behind. No advantage actually played, so this will still give Syracuse a restart in a very good position. Nate Bordeaux over the ball right now. So whistle was blown. Looks like officials just tending to a sign on the boards right there. We get restarted here. Bordeaux and Raymond over the ball. Bordeaux will run over it. Ben Raymond looks off the board. Tried to find Patrick Thompson in the box. Couldn't find him successfully, though. Here's Bo Yelovak, who tried from distance. Couldn't do so successfully, though. And now the ball is forced out by the Wave. Syracuse with a restart, though, as Yelovak runs over Angel Curiel. But Max Ferdinand running off the bench gets the ball. And now he's running against Domenico Vitale down that left-hand side. Nice boost from the Brooklyn, New York native in Ferdinand, but one too many step overs there, loses the ball, and now Nate Bordeaux trying to break. That's Bernardo Forbes. Decides to use him. Forbes nice to get around Ferdinand, and his left-footed effort curls well wide and into the stands.
Great effort by Forbes right there. You got to watch out for the dangerousness of that leg, but unfortunately flies way to the left.
Yeah, that's Forbes on his weak foot there, on his left foot. So the effort was nice, but when you're trying to get a goal with your weak foot, always a little bit harder. But a person who has a good left foot is the man on the ball. Slavica Parapovic gets dispossessed, though. Chan Vandergrief, the one to collect the ball. And here's Lemos with and a foul caught on Slavica on the near boards.
And sticking with Slavica, he had a hat trick in last night's game that ended up, despite the loss, still clinching Syracuse into the playoffs. Keep an eye on him today, actually trying to press over on Lemos.
Slavica really was really looking to really break out this season, I believe. You really had Slavica get, a couple of 2-goal games here and there. Well, it was his first game where we got a hat trick. And the first time in a while, the first time this season that Slavica had a hat trick, considering that he's one of the big three. It's always nice when he finally gets involved. The only person who was quiet last night was Bernardo Forbes, and you see him ready putting pressure here on the Lemos behind him.
And it's great to see a guy like Slav, who's been with this program forever, be able to take up that role and be a main proprietor on the Syracuse offense.
Marcio looks long for Ferdinand. Slavica pokes the ball away as Marcio collects it in midfield. Dangerous now here for the Wave as Tavernisi and Schindler are pressing. Forbes looks to try to get the ball before Ferdinand, and Zubi Parapovic will dispossess him. Ball off the boards finds Chamelet. Way over to Ferdinand. Now Lemos finds Matos. There's Ian Bennett right there. But we all know what Ian Bennett can do. 58 points on the season, 47 goals. Has a little bit while to go to get his match's season high mark of 53, but he does have 2 more games this season, including this one, to get to that 53 goal mark that he set last year. A new career best for him.
Just goes to show how dangerous and dominant a player like Ian Bennett can be in the MASL. Breaking his own records potentially towards the end of the year.
Hain and Toby in the corner. And holds it up. Goes off the boards. Finds Rampa. Over to Curiel. Now Curiel, also known as Chino, goes into the left corner. Gets it across the boards, and that was a very dangerous ball there, and Syracuse just able to get it out into the neutral zone, and here's Shamoa.
Good thing Patrick Thompson was right there. Split second sooner, and that ball was in the back of the net.
That's a Carrera. Ball goes down low for Matos. There's Bordeaux and Matos tying each other up, and Bordeaux is going to be called for the foul. 9:29 left to go in this first period. Syracuse and Wave tied at nothing apiece. Syracuse really wants to go after getting shut out by Milwaukee last time these two teams played down at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee's Panther Arena.
Well, keep in mind, too, Milwaukee's a 15-5 team. They are stellar this year.
Shot coming from Matos, deflected into the crowd by Yelovak. The Wave will restart. This is a Syracuse team also that's really looking to get back into the win column after a rough loss to Harrisburg, a team that Syracuse has usually dominated throughout this entire year. Not just an entire year, the entire existence of both teams.
Oh, absolutely. It was definitely a brutal loss yesterday, especially losing by only 1 goal. But despite that, they still did clinch the playoffs. You got to think their confidence can't be that low.
Running down the boards is Ricardinho. Finds Marcio, and here's Chamelet. Patrick Thompson able to try and win the ball back, but Ricardinho picks it back up. And now here's a shot coming from Pereira that goes into the netting. Really a back and forth game here between both teams.
Not a lot breaking for either.
You know, Syracuse really wants to see the offensive pressure taken to the effect. Coach Hall really always, throughout this entire year, has been preaching you need to keep the ball and keep possession, play good team defense. It's really a defensive-minded team now in the MASL, really kind of what like Baltimore does with their team, as a foul was called. And Vitale will restart for the Syracuse Silver Knights. Riparapovich, three Wave players closing him down. Ricardinho who pokes the ball away. Vandergriff. Ball back to Lemos. Pressure coming from Syracuse there, and Toby gets the ball back.
There's that tight-knit defense that exactly you were just talking about, Christian. Make no mistake about it, Syracuse is a very powerful offensive team, but they are just as good on the defensive front as they are on the offensive side.
Tavernisi couldn't get the sort of ball first. Hayne beats him there. Slavisa tries to dispossess him. Now the ball goes to Canardo Forbes. Forbes over to Tavernisi. Back heel over to Slavisa. Towards the middle of the park. And Slavisa's left-footed shot blocked off two Wave players. Forbes. Down the right boards for Jake Schindler. Ian Bennett closing him down. Domenico Vitale. And now Schindler. Back over to Forbes, who will chase the ball back in the defensive zone. 7:40 left to go in this first quarter. No score between Syracuse and Milwaukee. Both of these teams in the MASL playoffs. Given the right results, these two teams could see each other in the Eastern Conference Finals. Forbes tried to get the ball, poked past Lemos, but he was able to pick it up. Ross Lemos has been in goal every single game for the Wave.
That being said, too, Christian, he leads the MASL in wins with 15 on the year.
Really hasn't had to. And Lemos really hasn't been pressured all that much. Only has faced 240 shots on goal. You take a look at someone like, I should say, really, Lemos has only faced 300 shots on goal. Take a look at someone like Andrew Coughlin, who's faced 66 more shots. And there's a quick goal for Milwaukee to start off the first quarter. It's Isaac Pereira, the Mexican, who gets his first goal with the Milwaukee Wave in his second season. Milwaukee quickly with a 1-0 lead.
Well, like you said, Christian, you said 66 shots, make that 57. Unfortunately, that one flies past Andrew Coughlin, and the Wave take the lead.
So we'll step aside here real quick as the officials take a timeout. Isaac Pereira gives the Wave a 1-0 lead. Syracuse Silver Knights would like to thank Mitre USA for providing today's match balls. Mitre, founded in Huddersfield, England, is among the world's oldest sporting good brands, starting production in 1817. Mitre is a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2. Syracuse down quickly 1-0 here at the onset of War Memorial Arena. Isaac Pereira with his first goal for the Milwaukee Wave this season. in his second year with the club, as he's put Milwaukee up early 1-0. Milwaukee in those bright yellow highlighter kits. Syracuse in their home grays.
You gotta love the color rush season there on their part of the wave right now, Christian.
Darren Toby on the restart as Syracuse looks to get on the board here. Here's Andrew Coughlin. Over to Toby. Toby running down the right-hand side against Ian Bennett. Bennett forces him into the corner. Double coming there from Stuart Grable. And the ball falls into the possession of Milwaukee. Lemos receives it. And now he looks long for Bennett. Bennett, however, pokes the ball into the crowd. Rare missed touch there from the Hamilton, Ontario, Canada native. Coughlin over to Toby. 6:10 left to go in this first period. Syracuse down 1-0 to Milwaukee. Isaac Pereira with the lone goal in this quarter. Ferdinand almost dispossesses Coughlin. Now he looks long for Joey Tavernisi. So all alone. Has to beat Tenzin Rampa, though. Rampa playing some nice defense. Nate Bordeaux can't get a good touch on it. And Domenico Vitale has to run back.
Back there with Coughlin too, Christian. That could have been very costly for the Silver Knights. Good thing he was able to recover on that.
Here's Nate Bordeaux. Over to Patrick Thompson and now Vitale. Vitale shot off the boards. Now Ferdinand. Here's Ferdinand. And Rampa is going to tell the wave to slow things down here. Syracuse still providing pressure, though. Shamuel. Over to Lemos. And Lemos looks long. It's a wide open Isaac Pereira over there. Jake Schindler closes him down in the right corner. Schindler pushed off the ball by Pereira.
Not a lot of times you'll see Jake Schindler get pushed off somebody.
Lemos. Here's Marcio. Looks long and 50-50, won by Tavernisi. Tries to get past Shyamalan, doesn't quite do it though. And here's Marcio. Pereira now. Tries to look for a Curiel. After Thompson also there. Carissa over towards Canardo Forbes. Forbes running down the right-hand side. Oh, Yellowvock tried to look for the far post. Couldn't get there. Jordan Roberts now.
The bottom corner.
Darren Toby. Here's Forbes. Finds Yellowvock. Yellowvock tried to go low. Couldn't beat Lemos 5-hole. That's a good job by Vandergrief to get the ball off the boards and out of the way and into the midfield area. Forbes now looks for Yellowvock. Yellowvock taken down. And a restart here coming for Syracuse. Wave lucky that wasn't in the box. And it'll be a good restart position here for Syracuse.
We've seen a lot of aggressiveness today from Yellowvock. Hopefully, despite that little injury right there, he could end up recovering on his part.
Here's Slavisa, left foot at the ready over this ball. Amos leaving that left side of the goal open. Does Slavisa go for it? He does try to go for it, but tried to go through the wall. Couldn't do so successfully. And Slavisa now runs the ball back in midfield. Coughlin there to receive it as well. Now Forbes on the left side.
Yeah, even with such a dangerous boot that Slavisa Perapovic has, you're not going to get through a wall that close to you.
Yeah. Tried to go through it instead of underneath it. And Forbes with the right-footed shot that just went overneath. Slavisa tries to chip it over. Yellowvock now over to Forbes. Jake Schindler, right-footed boot, just off the far post.
Syracuse putting in hard shot after hard shot right now.
And Forbes went around the boards and into the hands of Lemos, and Syracuse with better possession now. But the ball goes into the Syracuse bench. Forbes over to Coughlin. Darren Toby. Back over to Coughlin. Toby. Ferdinand marking him, and a bad pass there as the Wave pick it up. Back over to Lemos as Marcio goes off for a change. Ferdinand back over to Lemos. 2:30 left to go in this first quarter. Isaac Pereira, the lone goal scorer for the Wave in this quarter, giving them a 1-0 lead. Lemos looks well long. Avoids a 3-line foul, and Raymond able to pick the ball up, but Tenzin Rampa right there as well. Hurry up. Back over to Lemos and the Milwaukee half of the field. Vandergriff. There's Lemos once again. 2 minutes left in this first quarter. 1-0 Wave lead over the Silver Knights as the ball bounces off the boards right into the hands of Coughlin. Andrew Coughlin down over to Darren Toby. Toby down the left-hand side finds Yelovak, and now the Yelovak switches fields. Has two players there, Slavisa and Ben Raymond. Slavisa right-footed shot that time, and it's into the hands of Lemos. A rare weak foot attempt there from Slavisa.
Syracuse trying to pull out all the stops right now to try and get it past Lemos right now.
Marcio back over to Chamois. Here is Marcio back over to Lemos. Approaching 1 minute left to go in this first quarter. 1-0 Milwaukee leads off a Isaac Pereira goal. Here's Marcio. Marcio again with a wide open Pereira. Goes off the boards this time, and Pereira forced to the ground there by Patrick Thompson. The ball's headed back to Andrew Coughlin. Now Coughlin looks long for Joey Tavernisi. Beating him there first, though, is Chamois.
Good idea on the part of Andrew Coughlin, but sometimes when you throw it down the field like that, it's just not going to pay off.
Approaching 30 seconds now left in this quarter. Lemos crosses the white line and gets the ball long over to Ferdinand, and Talley called for a rather soft foul there, but Milwaukee gets the restart. Ferdinand now actually, and a little too quick of a restart there for a Wave as the referees will blow it back. 28 seconds left. 1-0 Milwaukee, looking to make it 2 after Isaac Pereira scored. Chip over, and a shot coming from Chamois. Can't find a target, and Marcio picks it up on the right-hand side. Here's Ferdinand, now 20 seconds. Max Ferdinand tried to look for the left post. They couldn't get it there. 13 seconds now, Lemos picks it up in his own defensive zone. And they'll go long, so it finds the feet of Domenico Vitale. 6 seconds now for Syracuse. Need to hurry if they want to get a goal in this quarter. Forbes, pressure in the corner, and that's how the quarter will end.
Syracuse looking for a nice quick last-second goal there, but they put the pressure on Forbes just as quickly as they got down the field.
So it's 1-0 Milwaukee after a goal from Isaac Pereira. And we'll step aside. We're listening to the Syracuse Silver Knights here on MASL.TV. You're watching Syracuse Silver Knights on MASL.TV. Catch every game each week on the league's official streaming home, MASL.TV. We're entering the second half here. I should say not second half. We're entering the second quarter here at the onset of War Memorial Arena. Christian Guzman alongside Mason Horodisky as the Silver Knights trail 1-0 to the Milwaukee Wave. Isaac Pereira with the lone goal for Milwaukee. Really, it's been a game that for Syracuse has been a mixed bag of affairs. A couple of good offensive chances, but then really haven't been able to hold on to the ball as much as you probably think a Syracuse team like this would like to.
That's a good way to put it, Christian. There's been a lot of good and a lot of bad so far. But unfortunately right now, they're not getting anything done. We're seeing a little bit of the shades of the last shutout, but it's still early on, and anything can happen, especially here in the MASL, where momentum shifts like that.
Yeah, you'd rather not see Syracuse get shut out once again against this Milwaukee Wave team. It'll only be the third shutout in the MASL this season, and Syracuse already on the opposite end of one of those. Syracuse pushes in the offensive zone, looking to try and get a goal here. Lemos picks the ball up. He looks down the right boards. Tried to find Stuart Grable, and also Chad Vandergriff was also there. Patrick Thompson tries to battle Grable for the ball, and Thompson does well to shield his body there, and here's Jake Schindler. Andrew Coughlin. And now Schindler once again. Schindler goes down to the left-hand side, finds Tavernisi and Schindler. So Syracuse holding on to the ball. Possession-based style of play for Syracuse. There's the ball looking for Tavernisi. Rampa heads it towards the ball. Boards. Here's Logan Roberts. Over to Bordeaux. Bordeaux tries to shot, and it just sizzles over the ball. Bar. Darren Toby left-footed shot. Can't find the target, and Bordeaux settles it in the midfield. Now he goes into the zone for Tavernisi, but that ball's poked away once again.
Just like you said, Christian, another mixed bags of shots right there. A nice long shot on the part of Nate Bordeaux right there. And Toby trying to chip it in on his own, but once again, nothing seems to be falling for the Silver Knights.
Domenico Vitale picks the ball up. Nice block there from the Wave. And Curiel tries to get it out of their own half of the field. Over Syracuse regains possession. Now Vitale is all alone down the right-hand side. Does Vitale fancy himself? He does! But Lemos up to the task.
Lemos especially fired up after that save right there, yelling out to the crowd.
Restart here now coming for the Silver Knights. Here's Schindler. Nice block there by Rampa, and Schindler goes back into the corner for Yelovak. Yelovak off the boards to Vitale. Vitale will look for the far post. Can't find it there. And Fords collects it on the left-hand side. Slavisa. Slavisa now over to Yelovak. Yelovak finds Ben Raymond. Back over to Slavisa. Jake Schindler now has some space. Right-footed shot. Can't find the bar. And Ben Raymond can't get the ball past Lemos, and it kicks off the inside of the right post. And Syracuse so close to getting that elusive first goal that's been eluding them for this entire first half.
That is just straight up unlucky on the part of Syracuse. You cannot get any closer than that.
Slavisa, we know what he can do with his left foot. Now Slavisa tries to poke at far post, can't do it. Ben Raymond finally gets the goal. No shutout today for Syracuse as Ben Raymond pokes in his 11th goal of the season, and we're all tied at 1 here.
The Silver Knights are finally able to get that monkey off their back, and it's good to see it all tied up right now.
You see Lemos particularly distraught there because he really did a good job there, but it was a nice job from Slavisa to first create the pressure down the left-hand side. Lemos with the great initial save, but then Raymond right there to clean up the garbage, and really nothing Lemos could do to recover in time after Slavisa did a great job to create some space down the left-hand side.
Well, that's textbook on the part of Slavisa. Get ready to see a lot more of that now that they've been able to get it past them once.
So Isaac Pereira for the Wave in the first quarter. Ben Raymond in the second quarter for the Silver Knights. We're all tied at 1 here. Max Ferdinand. 11:20 left to go in this second quarter. Again, we're all tied at 1 here. Marcio. Now it's Milwaukee who wants to hold the ball onto the ball. Ferdinand. Again, we saw through that first 3 or so minutes in the first quarter what has gotten Syracuse to the position they are in the MASL season. Good team possession, holding onto the ball, making sure they're not wasting all their chances, making sure they're getting really good looks at goal. Eventually one of them is going to fall, and holding onto the ball, really something crucial that Coach Ryan Hall has been preaching throughout this entire season, and that's what we saw in those last 3 minutes.
Exactly, and that was a lot of aggressive shots right there, but it's contained aggressiveness. It's them taking their time, finding their shots, and exploding right when the moment's right.
Here's Ferdinand against Toby. Ferdinand tries the right-footed shot, but Toby right there to block it. Darren Toby coming into this game with 31 blocks to lead all Syracuse players. Here come the Wave. Shamwa tries to get the ball into the middle of the box, but the Fatawe pokes it over the boards, and it will be a corner kick here for Milwaukee. Ian Bennett's lurking far post. Got to be always aware of where he is. Max Ferdinand's the one who's standing over the ball. 30 assists to Ferdinand's name coming into this game. Here's Ferdinand, who tries to chip it over. Tries to find Daniel Matos, and his left-footed volley goes over the glass, but it's a very nice set play there coming from Milwaukee. And you see what they're trying to do in both of those set plays that they've really gotten good chances off of. Lift the ball over the Syracuse defense and find someone wide open.
Well, yeah, they've already tried it once today before, and each time they've come closer and closer. You never know.
Oh, nice pass from Coughlin. Has a wide open Bo Yellowbuck. Yellowbuck! 5-hole goal! Great pass from Andrew Coughlin. 3rd assist of the year for the goalkeeper. Bo Yellowbuck, after a goal yesterday, picks up his 9th goal of the season, and the Silver Knights take a 2-1 lead.
The Silver Knights are wide awake now. Big Bo Yellowbuck giving them the lead.
It was a beautiful left-footed shot here from Bo Yellowbuck as he goes 5-hole through Josh Lemos. Nutmegs the keeper, and now it is a 2-1 lead for the Syracuse Silver Knights.
And once again, like you said, Christian, you got to give credit to the awareness on the part of Coughlin right
Yeah.
now.
Incredible pass from Andrew Coughlin. We saw that earlier in the season against Ontario with Canardo Forbes when he started a fast break for him. This time starts a fast break for the big 6'3" Serbian and Bo Yellowbuck, giving the Silver Knights a 2-1 lead. And yeah, that's something we haven't seen too much from Syracuse this season, using good defense to create offense. Only seen it a couple of times. Usually you'll see Syracuse's goals coming from the slow build-up in the half-court setting, if you will, and the fast break goals, something we really haven't seen Syracuse used to all that much effectiveness this year. They've been electing to really play the ball up, make the defense tired, and finding open shots there. But that was a great job from Andrew Coughlin to sense the opportunity and attack it.
Well, keep in mind, too, that Milwaukee is a completely different animal than Syracuse has faced this entire year. Coach Ryan Hall, I'm sure, has prepped for this game a little bit different than he has for the other one so far. Whatever works, works. They're up 2-1 now.
And Syracuse has the ball back as Jake Schindler is able to win it against Isaac Pereira. And Schindler using that big body to shield the ball away, and he switches the fields for Joey Tavernisi. Still not away yet for Syracuse, and now Canardo Forbes has it. Now Syracuse can try to break. Logan Roberts down the right-hand side. Dave Bordeaux down the left. It goes to Roberts. Roberts tries to get it towards Bordeaux, but Lemos snuffs it out. It's a great job there from Logan Roberts, who hasn't seen that much playing time this year, but a nice job there to create a good offensive chance. And now Roberts down the right-hand side. Great defense from him, and he wins a restart for Syracuse.
That was a dangerous break right there, too, when he had 3 of the faster players on Syracuse with Bordeaux, Roberts, and Canardo all attacking.
Louis Parapovich down over to Forbes. Forbes into the left corner, but he slips there, and you know, if he didn't slip there, that would have been a very good opportunity for Syracuse to try and find a ball into the box.
There's that mixed bag you were talking about right there.
How about Logan Roberts? Seeing some more playing time. He's been on the field for about 2 or 3 shifts now, quite a bit more than we've seen for the entire season. Roberts only playing in 8 official games this year, the second-year player out of Binghamton University. He showed some good chances there. You can argue if that was a shot or a cross to Nate Bordeaux, but it's still really good offensive awareness there from Roberts as Lemos looks long. Finds Curiel. Rampa was also there as Darren Toby pokes it high in the air. 50-50 ball. Rampa and Curiel still trying to win it, and now it's Slavisa who has it. Nice job from Curiel to get the ball back. Ian Bennett lurking behind Darren Toby, and Toby gets the ball away, but Syracuse will still get a restart. I'd argue maybe the advantage could have been called there, but nonetheless, Syracuse will want a restart in their own defensive zone. Toby will get things started here again with Coughlin. Under 7 minutes now left to play. Here's Slavisa, head full of steam. Patrick Thompson couldn't get the ball into the box, and Thompson slightly slow to get up. Now he's back on his feet. Nice job from Toby to get the interception there. Now Toby finds Yelovak down the left-hand side. Curiel with a ton of pressure there as Curiel tries to catfight with Bo Yelovak there. It's a restart for Syracuse.
Now this is interesting right here, Christian. Usually when Syracuse takes a lead, they like to slow things down and just look for the shots that they maybe need. But this aggressiveness has been the same as it was when they were down coming into the quarter.
Slavisa on the restart tried to go into the box, but unable to do so there. Here's Yelovak. Yelovak using that big body to hold off the defender. Looks like it's Rampa who's defending him. Quite a size difference between Rampa and Yelovak. Rampa only standing at 5'8", Yelovak at 6'3".
To say the least.
Ben Raymond all alone in the right corner. Can't control the touch though, he'll back things up. Now tries to find Yelovak once again. Yelovak goes down to the ground, and it's a restart in a very dangerous position once again for Syracuse. 2-1 Silver Knights lead. Goals in this quarter coming from Ben Raymond and Bo Yelovak. Wave getting their goal in the first quarter from Isaac Pereira, but Syracuse has a great opportunity here as Slavisa's left foot is over the ball. Oh, instead try to pass for Jake Schindler. No, it's Canado Forbes! Excellent pass there from Slavisa Ubi-Parapovic, and a nice job from Jake Schindler to dummy the ball for Canado Forbes. And we know what that right foot of Canado Forbes can do. It's 3-1 Syracuse.
Excellent setup on the part of Syracuse right there.
We'll take an official timeout here, and we'll come back after this short break. Syracuse with a 3-1 lead. Fans, don't forget you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you are following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram. Give MASL Arena on Twitter a follow as well. While you're there, make sure you follow Cuse Knights on Twitter as well. Syracuse Silver Knights on Facebook and Syracuse Silver Knights _official on Instagram. Syracuse with a 3-1 lead. Jake Schindler wants to get it to 4. Finds Joey Tafernisi, but the ball goes into Lemos. Goal coming from Bernardo Forbes just after the official timeout. It's 3-1 right now. Angel Curiel, though, free in the corner. Logan Roberts closing him down. Ricardinho. Marcio right now directing traffic as Ricardinho is smothered against the boards by Callahan. It will be a restart here from Milwaukee. Ricardinho, who originally played for Palmeiras Futsal in Brazil, now in his second season with Milwaukee. Here's Marcio. Marcio playing in all 20 games for Milwaukee this season after only appearing in 3 last year. Curiel, great goal. Tight angle for Angel Curiel to find the far post of Andrew Coughlin. He does so successfully, and the Wave get 1 goal back. It's now 3-2 Syracuse.
I'm surprised he was even able to get past that tight angle to begin with.
Yeah.
What a shot.
For Curiel, that gives him his 8th goal of the year. Kind of a journeyman. Curiel spent seasons in Monterey, San Diego, Cedar Rapids. This is his first season with Milwaukee. Did play for the Mexican national football Rapido team. And he gets a goal here to cut the lead down to 3-2. Yelovok, head full of steam down into the left corner. Everyone after him after the turf comes undone slightly here. And we'll call for a stoppage and play as the turf is going to be looked to be slightly repaired here. For those who don't know the layout of the outside of Walter Memorial Arena, it's actually all ice underneath the turf here. Syracuse Crunch, the AHL affiliate of the Tampa Bay Lightning, also used the arena as well for their games. So, turf being laid over the field here. Short stoppage play as Yelovok almost trips over the turf. We'll take a quick break here as the crew looks to get the field back in order. 3-2 Silver Knights with 4:54 left to go in the second. So thank you to the stellar crew here at the onset of our Memorial Arena, getting that turf all patched up with a new line of Velcro. And we'll restart things here in the second quarter. 3-2 Silver Knights lead over the Milwaukee Wave as Canardo Forbes will restart here. Goals coming in this quarter. All three of Syracuse's goals coming in this quarter. You have Ben Raymond, Bo Yelovak, and Canardo Forbes, the goal scorers for Syracuse. As Pereira in the first quarter got the Wave up early, and Angel Curiel with a goal for Milwaukee to bring them in within one here at the onset of our Memorial Arena. Christian Guzman alongside Mason Horodisky for the final 4:30 of this second quarter. As Lemos and the Wave look to equalize here. Max Ferdinand had some open space down the middle, decided not to use it, and Ferdinand will go off the ball boards to Marcio.
What a flip-flop of momentum we've seen between these first two quarters, too, Christian. Like I said before, in the MASL, momentum can shift on a dime, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. Syracuse putting up 3 goals alone in this quarter.
Ian Bennett manhandled there by Bo Yelovak. We usually don't see that from Bennett, but a nice job there from Yelovak to get the tackle in, and a good job from Slavisa to poke it back to Toby to keep the ball in Syracuse's hands, or in this case, Syracuse's feet. Toby, a lot of pressure here coming from the Wave. That's Bennett and Curio who's pressuring him, and Coughlin gets the ball over to Slavisa. Syracuse still not out of their own defensive zone yet. It's a great job here from the Wave to provide some defensive pressure as Liam Cowhan now in the defensive zone. Goes off the boards, finds Darren Toby, and the ball's now across halfway. Toby brings it back into the Syracuse half the field, back over to Slavisa. Good from Syracuse, making sure they're not trying any risky passes into the latter half. Now tries to find a ball down to Darren Toby. Liam Callahan running over to it. It looked like it was Lemos who got away, and now here's Nate Bordeaux. Now the Wave coming down, and they will restart here. Chino. Montos. 2:45 left to go in the second quarter. 3-2 Syracuse leads. There's Ferdinand over to Montos. Montos finds Ferdinand once again. Bordeaux barking him. Looks for a ball for Pereira in the corner. Forbes there. So is Raymond, and Pereira able to wrestle his way out of there. Marcio. Ferdinand. Darren Toby also there. Tries the ball off the boards for Vandergriff, and not able to get it there, and Lemos will pick it up in midfield.
Good look there by Ferdinand. No stranger to make great passes. Already 30 assists on the season. He leads the MASL in that category.
Under 2 minutes now left to go in this second quarter.
Nice attempt right there by Canardo to get the steal.
Now Milwaukee might have numbers. A nice job from Raymond to poke the ball away. Here's Joey Tavernisi down the right-hand side. Nice job from Tavernisi to get it once again away. But Vandergriff is right there to pass it back to Lemos. Marcio. Over to Ferdinand. Ian Bennett down his left-hand side coming off the bench. It's Ferdinand who attempts to go for goal. 50-50 ball. Still 50-50 ball. And Tavernisi able to win it away from Ricardinho, and now he's running down the left-hand side. Vandergriff also pressuring him down there. No foul called, and Lemos pokes it away. Minuk Vitale off the bench, though. Gets the ball. Tries to get it around Ferdinand, but Ricardinho picks it up in the right corner. Now it's Patrick Thompson, though. Domenico. Nice job from Vitale. Tries to find Nate Bordeaux. Great recovery save from Lemos, but Tavernisi cleans it up. Heads it in. And Syracuse Silver Knights take a 4-2 lead. Lemos can't feel good about that. He had a great save on Nate Bordeaux to deny him an excellent goal. But Jerry Tavernisi right there to clean it up. Wins the 50-50 battle in the air, and Syracuse restores their 2-goal advantage.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Syracuse extends this lead that they have right now. And this looks like a brand new team from the one that I saw in the first quarter.
Looks like a brand new team than the one I saw last night as well in Harrisburg. Really finding some good offensive pressure. Even though Syracuse did score 7 goals last night, didn't look like the same Syracuse team we are used to seeing. You're holding onto the ball very, very well. Tavernisi with his 27th goal of the season, 53rd point for the Queens New York native. And now with under a minute left to go in this second quarter, I should say, it's Milwaukee who really desperately wants a goal to gain some momentum going into the halftime locker room. Syracuse wins the ball back though. Yellowfuck down the left-hand side. Oh, dangerous there as Lemos almost had Yellowfuck get the ball away from him, and Lemos just doesn't enough get the ball out of play.
Just one quick step behind there for Yellowfuck, and he almost had it.
Very, very close there from Yellowfuck, and now Syracuse still with possession here with 34 seconds left to go in the quarter. Schindler will sorry for the technical difficulties there. We'll restart things here. It looks like a tenth of a second left with Sylvisa in the box. Not sure exactly quite what happened here. Trying to get our broadcast setup back under control. Looks like Sylvisa will go in the box for 2 minutes. They'll stay there for the start of the third quarter when that eventually comes. It's Mentos who tries the shot to get it past Coughlin. And looks like the third quarter has ended. I should say the second quarter has ended, and it indeed has. So 4-2 Silver Knights against, apologies for the technical difficulties at the end of the half there. Or it is Syracuse with a 4-2 lead at the end of one half of play.
Milwaukee Wave. Syracuse team. Scooch! From the Rochester Raging Rhinos, Rex the Rhino! Stinger! The one, the only, the incomparable Crunchman! And everybody's favorite, Otto! Let's go, guys. Let's get on up there. When I say go, just go to the ball. Let's go, Team Silver Knight. And it's a 6-minute game. Go! Running down, running down. Karate gone. And on down. It's going the wrong way. Oh, he turns it around. Head to the board. Silver Knight right on top of him. Silver Knight. Oh, good defense on the Silver Knight. Oh, Karate John. Give him a kick. Come on, Silver Knight. Oh. Good job, Stinger. Good defense. Back to Scoot. Scoot puts it up front. Out there. Oh. Thomas having none of the nonsense from Puppy. Stinger heading back. This is madness. Oh, good job. There goes Karate Johns. It's up to you, Crunchman. Get there, Crunchman. Crunchman on the breakaway, and he's in the goal. Oh! Team Silver Knight goal scored by Rex Toronto. Assist to Crunchman. a little while for Courtney to get up there. Bring you some pictures with the mascots. Great job, great job. Awesome work. Brad Beach, I'm sorry. Didn't work out so well for you. But good job. Courtney, we need you over there. Courtney, we need to take some pictures. And 3, 2, 1, roll those donuts! Thank you for participating in the Dunkin' Donut Donuts Contest. All the proceeds from the Donut Contest benefit the Syracuse Silver Knight Foundation. The Silver Knight Foundation, changing kids' lives one goal at a time. You've got 1 minute 35 seconds left to throw those donuts. We want to say a special hey to Ralph Bateman. This got through a barrel. We'll get him up on the board and say some more clues to him shortly. Let's get Courtney in the photo. Let's get in the photo, guys. We want to say thank you to Puffy from Dunkin' Donuts and Dunkin' Donut Donut, Karate John, the Medella Storage, Crunchman, Scoop, Morty, and everybody else. Thank you guys. Thanks for coming out and supporting the Syracuse Silver Knights. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. Throw those donuts if you got them. Hey, mascots, we'd love you guys to help us throw t-shirts for t-shirt time with Silver Donut Donuts. And pick up the donuts. JJ, thanks for coming today. Thanks for all your help. The legend is great. Let's bring on Anthony Kelso in group. Come on out there with Anthony Kelso. Head on out there. For all your insurance needs, check out Anthony Kelso. Anthony Kelso Insurance. It's t-shirt time. It's t-shirt time. Let's make it quick. Come on, get those t-shirts out. Go to center, mascot. Grab the t-shirts and get them thrown out there. That's right. Make some noise and keep right going.
Welcome back to the On Center War Memorial Arena here in Syracuse, New York, where Syracuse has a 4-2 lead after the halftime break. Milwaukee, however, will start the third quarter with a power play after Slavisa Ubi-Parapovic was sent to the box. However, in that second quarter, Syracuse came out to a 4-2 advantage. Christian de Guzman here alongside Jonah Karp for the second half, and Syracuse showed really some new life in that second quarter.
Oh, yeah, they didn't score in the first quarter. But this is exactly what the Syracuse team needed to do because, well, they were blanked in their one game that they played against Milwaukee on the road. So the fact that not only they scored 4 times, but 4 different players scored for Syracuse in that second quarter is great momentum heading into quarter number 3.
So Milwaukee, though, has momentum with a man-up advantage to start this third quarter. Here's Ricardinho on the ball. Over to Marcio. Max Ferdinand in the corner. Ferdinand losing control of the ball, though. Looks like that's Darren Toby who gets the ball away only as far as a Milwaukee Wave player. Schindler forces a player down to the ground. And that'll be a restart for Milwaukee. That was Ricardinho who was forced to the ground. So it's Ricardinho, Ian Bennett, Marcio, Max Ferdinand, and Daniel Matos, the power play unit for Milwaukee. The penalty kill unit for Syracuse, Tavernisi, Schindler, Toby, and Vitale. Milwaukee 20 for 45 on power plays. That's 44%. 29 of 40 on power. I should say. Shot there goes through Coughlin, and that's a goal for Daniel Matos. Really tough to defend those set pieces when you're a man down there. And Daniel Matos with a free shot on Coughlin and able to place it past him. Nice goal for him, and it is now a 4-3 game.
Yeah, credit Matos for finding an open spot. There was nobody near him and nothing you could do if you're Andrew Coughlin there. I was actually looking at Ian Bennett there, though, because Ian Bennett has 12 power play goals on the season, which actually leads the MASL.
Yeah, but Bennett held quiet today, surprisingly. I believe doesn't have a point to his name today, so still looking to get onto the score sheet in some way. Regardless, it's now a 4-3 advantage for Syracuse after Matos able to get it past Coughlin. Matos, the former Penn State and University of West Florida player. Bennett gets the ball back in the Milwaukee zone. Rabel gets it back as well to Vandergrief, and now he's looking long for Ferdinand. And eventually the ball settles here for the Wave. Lemos. Here's Grable. Grable working against Jelovac and Ubi-Parapovic. Here's Vandergrief now. Down over to Chino. 1 goal to his name. Jake Schindler battling him. Chino, nice job to get it across. Ian Bennett in the middle of the box. Can't get past Ben Raymond, though. Milwaukee still trying to hold possession. Syracuse picks up the ball in their own defensive zone. Schindler with a pass back to Coughlin, and here's Ben Raymond. Raymond pressuring coming from Chino and Ian Bennett. Nice job to get it to Schindler, and now he finds Canardo Forbes on the left-hand side. Tries to get around Matos, does so successfully. Raymond down his right-hand side as well. Ben Raymond tried to go across the box for Bo Jelovac, and couldn't quite get it to him there. Syracuse still trying to hold on to the possession. It's Darren Toby who beats Ian Bennett to the ball. Here's Slavisa. Slavisa goes over to Canardo Forbes. Forbes with the boot, and that one's blocked into the crowd. Actually doesn't get quite to the crowd. Dies in front of the boards, and now Ben Raymond over to Darren Toby. And another block there. Toby off the boards. Tries left foot, and oh man, Josh Lemos with a great recovery. Took many deflections on the way towards him, and he just stuck out that left hand to grab it.
Yeah, and he was falling to the ground too, so that was a heck of an athletic play from the goalie.
So here's Lemos now. Lemos looks long for Max Ferdinand. Patrick Thompson guarding him. Ferdinand! Great turnaround goal for Max Ferdinand. And we're tied at 4.
Well, this is what Milwaukee could do. They score, and they score quickly. And Ferdinand, a guy who could put the ball in the back of the net, not just one who could pass the ball, but he does lead the MASL in assists this year. He's been a tremendous factor and a reason for Milwaukee's success all season long.
The Brooklyn, New York native in his 3rd season with Milwaukee picks up his 13th goal. Now we're tied at 4. Schindler with the restart. Looks on for Tavernisi. Tavernese goes off the boards to Thompson. Schindler tries to get his left-footed shot into the box. Can't quite get it there, though. Here's Pereira running down the right-hand side. Goal one already to his name for Isaac Pereira. No foul call as he goes to the ground. Nice job there to get the ball back, though. Now here's Ferdinand. He'll pass back to Lemos, and Milwaukee will settle things down.
Yeah, what you're seeing here is exactly what Syracuse has struggled with all season. Now, they've clinched a playoff berth, so they don't need to worry about that anymore. They're 4 games over 500. Overall, they've had a very successful year. But the record doesn't really tell the story of how this team has played all season long. Their goal differential is just +9. They've had a lot of close contests, this one included.
Another close contest last night against Harrisburg. Really, It's been 1-goal games that define Syracuse this entire year. Really, the only big wins you've seen have been coming against the Harrisburgs and the Floridas. Really, every other team that has played against Syracuse has been within 1 or 2 goals throughout the entire game.
Yeah, when they build a lead, they just have a lot of trouble continuing to build the lead or on defense stopping the other team from scoring and building momentum. And they had a 2-goal lead in this one. Milwaukee, a great team, and Syracuse is coming off a game in Harrisburg. They were traveling all night, so you have to imagine they're tired. But when they're ahead by 2 goals or any lead for that matter, they need to be able to stomp on the throat of the other team and prevent them from scoring.
Well, it's also a Syracuse team that really doesn't want to look for offensive chances. When you look at how Ryan Hall has coached this team, it's been play on defense and keep the ball on offense. Don't always look for the offensive shot or the offensive opportunity on offense. It's really keep the ball, pass it around the back, and then just wait for the opportunity. If the opportunity isn't there, pass it around a little bit more.
Right.
That's how Ryan Hall has coached this team, to say, okay, you got to wait. You got to be very, very patient. And that's why you probably don't see the high-scoring offense that you maybe want to see with Syracuse when they do eventually take the leads. And it's just playing defense, which is what Ryan Hall, former defender in the MISL and the MASL, really preaches.
Listen, overall it's worked because Syracuse has clinched a playoff berth their first time in 2 years, but sometimes it's a little frustrating, especially when Syracuse is down, that they have a conservative attack and they don't like to push the ball.
50-50 in the air right now. Tavernese wins it.
That strategy, though, Christian, does limit a lot of turnovers.
Indeed does, and it looks like it will be most likely a 3-line foul that will give Milwaukee a opportunity at the shootout spot on the white line. Officials are going to confirm that. And it looks like the officials are going to place that ball down on the shootout spot. So Milwaukee with another good restart here. Ian Bennett working on the left. It'll be Marcio who stands over the ball. 2-man walls, Tavernese and Slavisa. A lot of chances here for Milwaukee for an open shot. 9:57 left to go into third. We're tied at 4. Here's Marcio. He'll go to his right. Back over to Marcio. In the corner now. Marcio's trying to get around Tavernese. Tried to go off the boards for Bennett. Couldn't find him there, and before the ball gets to Chino, it's Thompson who gets it there first, and now Lemos has it in the Milwaukee half of the field. Goals in this quarter coming from Max Ferdinand and Daniel Matos. Matos getting in his on a power play goal to start the quarter, and Ferdinand with a good solo goal only a couple of minutes later. That's how the Wave have tied it up here at 4 apiece. 9:30 left to go in the third quarter, and it's tied at 4. Goal scorers for Syracuse are as follows: Ben Raymond, Bo Yelovac, Canardo Forbes, and Joey Tavernese. The other goal scorers for Milwaukee are Isaac Pereira and Chino. Here's Vitale down the left-hand side. Vitale tried to take on the whole Milwaukee Wave team himself, but eventually it's the men in yellow that got the ball back. Bennett over to Ferdinand.
Kind of a neon yellow, a highlighter yellow.
The highlighter yellow, yes,
Yeah.
indeed, as many of us have pointed out here in the gantry. Ferdinand tries the curling shot, and it's a great save to his left by Andrew Goffin. Now Vitale looks long for Tavernese. Vandergriff is trying to shield him away from the vault. Doesn't successfully, but Vandergriff's now trapped in the corner. Lemos gets it away. Pressured by Schindler as well. And Schindler almost deflected the ball into Lemos' net. And now we'll distribute it to Pereira down the left-hand side. Also there is Ricardinho. Tries to get it back in the middle, but Ben Raymond's there first. Goes off the boards. Ricardinho still there, though. And his ball goes out of play for Syracuse restart. 8:07 left to go in this third quarter. We're tied at 4 here between Syracuse and the Milwaukee Wave. Squeeze of handball coming from Syracuse. I don't get it, and it's Lemos who picks it up in the Syracuse zone. And a yellow card shown to the bench here. And it looks like that's going to be on Slavisa. That's dangerous here. Yeah, it looks like that yellow card is indeed on Slavisa. And if it's on Slavisa, that's his second card. Remember, 3 cards, regardless of what color they are, means an immediate ejection. Slavisa already on 2 now. 1 blue card and 1 yellow card. And so we'll go to an official timeout here. We're tied at 4 with 7:56 left to go into third. We're back here at the onset of War Memorial Arena where the Silver Knights and the Milwaukee Wave are tied at 4 here with 7:56 left to go in the third period. And Slavisa Ubi Parapovic was just sent to the box on a yellow card for dissent, so that's 5 minutes in the penalty box for Slavisa. He won't be eligible to come back until 2:55 left to go in this third quarter. Now Ian Bennett tries to get it past Coughlin, and a nice save down low to his right by Andrew Coughlin. And Ian Bennett has still yet to get on the score sheet. And Ricardinho is going to be called for a foul onto Jake Schindler. Also, if memory serves me correct, that might be Slavisa Ubi Parapovic's 6th point of the season. And 6 points during the regular season means, 6 penalty points I should say during the regular season means an automatic 1-game suspension. So if that is indeed true, the Bosnian won't be available for Syracuse's last game against Baltimore next week. Which in hindsight might be a good thing after Marcio was sent down to the ground here. Yellow card again shown as well. And Domenico Vitale is also sent to the box. The onset are raining down the boos. And so Vitale and Slavisa have to spend some time in the box. No power play though. So we'll still stay 5-on-5.
Yeah, the Silver Knights fans here at the On-Center War Memorial Arena serenading the officials. But with a chorus of boos, not exactly what they want to hear.
Not exactly. Marcio over to Max Ferdinand. Ferdinand, nice shot to get around Bordeaux. Tries to center it for Ricardinho, but Bernardo Forbes was there first. And now Bo Yelovak might have some space, but it's a great job there by Marcio to get a ball away. And now Schindler looks for Yelovak down the right-hand side. Yelovak controls it. Has Bordeaux in front of him if he wants to use him. No, we'll go back to Schindler. Here's Forbes. Logan Roberts back on the field. We talked about this with Mason in the first half, how we've seen a lot more Logan Roberts today. Jake Schindler blocked there by Ricardinho.
Maybe that's a sign of things to come for this Syracuse team. Logan Roberts, one of the youngest players on this team, and possibly the future of the Silver Knights.
Yeah, only in his second season with the Silver Knights, playing in 8 games. So before this, Yelovok taken to the ground by Lemos. And Lemos is absolutely pumped up. And there's a whistle blown there. We got a blue card. And the official is going to say it's a blue card on Lemos. And Lemos is not happy with that call. Onsetter is definitely happy with it, though. And we'll get a power play for Syracuse. You can see Lemos is still trying to plead his case here.
Yeah. Bo Yelovok sold that just a little bit. But just enough to award Syracuse a power play and try to get back on top.
Oh, and they're gonna say that was in the box also.
Wow.
So that means it's a penalty shot coming up for Syracuse.
And who else but Canardo Forbes to take it?
Or it might be Slavisa if he was on the field, but again, he's in the box
Yeah.
for 5 minutes. And it is Canardo Forbes against Lemos.
Well, this should be fun.
This should indeed be fun. Milwaukee needs someone to go into the penalty. Actually, because Milwaukee has 2 goalkeepers, we forget this. Most teams don't carry 2 goalkeepers, so Lemos does have to go out. Normally, if a team doesn't have 2 goalkeepers, they'll have someone serve in the penalty box. But no, Rafael Diaz, playing in only his 3rd official game, goes into the penalty box. I should say goes into net. Diaz, the Brazilian, in his 2nd season with Milwaukee, played in 8 games last year. Diaz has made 9 saves and 13 shots against. Here's Canardo Forbes versus Diaz. Forbes, great block from Diaz. Excellent job there.
Whoa!
Blocked it with his chest. You could hear the pounding on the boards from Lemos, who was absolutely happy that Diaz with the save, and another great save from Diaz. But Syracuse still on the power play.
Like a brick wall, Christian.
And a restart now coming here for Syracuse in the corner. And it looks like Diaz is actually down, maybe potentially hurt or something, and Tavernisi's not happy about it.
He's holding his chest right where
Definitely
that
right
ball
where,
hit him. Maybe it knocked the wind out of him?
That's probably what I think, because that's a really, really hard shot coming there.
That was very delayed, though. That was about a minute late.
Yeah. Not sure exactly if he's okay. Now, the trainer will come out from Milwaukee. You see Onsetter is not happy about that. Joey Tavernisi also having words for the officials. You can see this game is getting really, really testy between these 2 teams. There were some extracurriculars during the game between Syracuse and Milwaukee the last time as well. And Diaz will walk off the field under his own power. Lemos will go back in net though. So Lemos back in net. It's still 134 in the power play for Syracuse. Syracuse on the power play this year, 11 for 32. Jake Schindler over the ball. Tries to go off the boards. Look for Patrick Thompson. Couldn't get there, though. Now Canardo Forbes settles for it. For Milwaukee, they are 29 of 40 on power play kills this year. That's 73% as Chad Vandergriff is taken to the ground. Canardo Forbes not happy about it. And now it's time for Syracuse to keep their emotions in check here.
I will say there have been a lot of calls in this game. The officials have been very involved in this ball game on both sides.
Vandergriff running over the ball multiple times, looking for Stuart Grable. It goes over to Andrew Coughlin, though. 1:21 left to go in the power play. For Syracuse, it's Canardo Forbes, Jake Schindler, Bo Yelovok, Patrick Thompson, and Joey Tavernisi on the field. Thompson tried to go with a slow roller or an attempted cross. Not sure quite exactly what he wanted, and Lemos will go behind him to Marcio. Marcio Grable, Ian Bennett, and Chad Vandergriff, the men on the field for the penalty kill for Milwaukee. Keep an eye on Ian Bennett also. He does have a shorthanded goal to his name this year. 45 seconds left in the penalty now. Forbes over to Schindler. Schindler has Bo Yelovak. Yelovak directing traffic. Goes over to Schindler and back over to Canardo Forbes. Forbes into the corner for Tavernisi. Back over to Schindler. Open shot for Yelovak, but it's a nice block there. Looked like Grable or Vandergriff getting a foot on that. Here's Yelovak. Yelovak over to Thompson. Thompson crosses the field over to Canardo Forbes. Forbes tries a shot, goes off the boards, and Marcio almost got that into his own net. But a nice shot from Lemos, and now Ian Bennett running down the right-hand side. Schindler defeats him there, and Forbes now coming up. 8 seconds left in the penalty. Still Forbes. 5 seconds left in the penalty. Canardo Forbes. Darren Toby tried to find Tavernisi, couldn't get it to him. Penalty now released. Chino out of the box. Ian Bennett 2-on-1. Here's Chino. Once against Coughlin. Nice shot from Coughlin. Ian Bennett. Great job from the Syracuse defense. Danger still here for Syracuse. Shamon can't get it. Darren Toby recovers. And Coughlin clears it away.
What a battle we are seeing here today from both goalkeepers, including Diaz. Throw Diaz in the mix.
Yeah, indeed throw Diaz in the mix.
Wow.
You just got to stop and applaud there for a second on the excellent display we're seeing there. Still tied at 4 after all of this. Excellent chances coming from both teams. Andrew Coughlin and Darren Toby teaming up to deny both Chino and Ian Bennett on a 2-on-1. It's an excellent job there coming from the Syracuse defense. Marcio over to Josh Lemos. Lemos goes down the right boards looking for Ferdinand. Ferdinand's pass, can't find anyone. Lemos is out of his goal. Tavernisi tries to chip, and it just goes off the bar! Ferdinand tries to find Pereira. Good job from Raymond to intercept the pass. Now Patrick Thompson finds Liam Callahan on the left-hand side. Under 3 minutes left to go. It hasn't been short of exciting here in this third quarter.
No, it has not. And it's only been 2 goals, and they both come from Milwaukee, but a lot of action happening, and it's been thrilling.
It is indeed be thrilling stuff here at the onset of Memorial Arena as Darren Toby battles against Isaac Pereira. 1 goal to his Pereira's name already today. Hey, Bordell. Slavisa is eligible to come out of the box when the referees decide to let him out. Canardo Forbes tried to go over Lemos, and it's just over the bar. Now Marcio trying to go against Logan Roberts. Roberts beats him to the left corner, though. Forbes back over to Roberts. And now Coughlin settles it down. Here's Jake Schindler, under 2 minutes now. Lemos well out of his goal to get there before Yelovak, and Yelovak's going to be called for a foul. Lemos still down on the ground.
And Diaz is putting his gloves back on.
And he's expecting to potentially serve some time here, maybe the rest of this quarter, if Lemos can't continue. Let's see how Onsetter feels about this. As Lemos is still down in the heap. This is where Milwaukee has the advantage of having 2 keepers that can serve time. Slavisa and Vitale have been released from the box, so they'll be able to go back into the bench area. Diaz still putting in some gloves as Ricardinho and the Milwaukee trainer is there to check on Lemos. You can maybe argue also that Yelovak, considering how this game has been going, lucky to get away with just a common foul and not a card as well. We'll take a small break here as Lemos gets to his feet. 4-4 with 1:51 left to go in the third.
Chris Brown, Heath Freeman, Christine Russell.
So we'll restart things here. Lemos does stay in. Good to see him still back on his feet after taking a slightly nasty spill there. Yellowhawk again called for a foul. Second 1.5. So got to be careful there. Remember, 4 fouls and a half. Immediate blue card. Wave restart. Samoa goes to direct Lemos to go towards his right. So now Lemos crosses half field. Remember, Lemos has 3 goals to his name this year. Lemos with 3 goals and 9 assists. We'll see Gingery gets back to his goal. Lemos trying to look for the right corner. It looks like a little miscommunication there. Max Ferdinand able to get to the ball first. Yellowhawk able to set some. Ricardino tries to go off the boards. Ian Bennett was lurking there. It's a nice job from Logan Roberts to get it away from him. Now Conrado Forbes tries to hold on to the ball as Syracuse looks for the last opportunity, but a nice job from Ian Bennett to dispossess him. But good job from Forbes to get the ball back. Forbes now has Tavernisi. Great pass. Tavernisi. Great save from Lemos as he clatters into the post, and Lemos is still down. He's clutching at his shoulder, and the Wave look to attack in this steed. Ferdinand over to Tavernisi. Lemos is still down on the ground.
The officials don't see it.
Officials don't see it because Bordeaux has it. 30 seconds left. Schindler over to Tavernisi. Lemos back up to his feet. And Lemos with a save, but again, his shoulder and that right shoulder is something we're going to have to keep an eye on. He's just still on the ground there.
Still no call from the officials.
Still no call. Patrick Thompson. Nice save from Lemos. We're seeing some great goalkeeping here from Josh Lemos. Fatale.
And Lemos is irate.
Yeah.
He just kicked the boards right next to the net. He can't believe that there was no whistle blown.
Yeah, third quarter now done. And the officials are going to give Lemos a card as well for dissent. You can see Rafael Diaz is warming up. He knows he's going to have to come in for Lemos as Lemos throws his gloves into the boards.
Yeah, and you saw that coming. After there was no whistle blown and you saw Lemos run over to the officials to go yell who knows what, you kind of foresee that was foreseeable. Yeah.
So we'll take a quick break here as the third quarter has come to an end. Fourth quarter coming up. We're tied at 4. Well, this should be fun. Christian and Guzman here with Joe LeCarp heading into the fourth quarter of play here at the onset of War Memorial Arena. We're all tied at 4, all to play for here in the last 15 minutes, and Milwaukee's going to have to play it, at least for the moment, with their backup keeper and Rafael Diaz.
Yeah, we saw Lemos go over to the penalty box where he's sitting right now, but he's still clutching that right shoulder, and he was standing alongside Alan LaVenture and head coach Ryan Hall of the Syracuse Silver Knights, possibly looking for ice, but he's going to be seated right now, and that's huge for Milwaukee and a great opportunity for Syracuse.
So Syracuse, again, for at least a moment right here, is going to be playing against Milwaukee's backup keeper, Rafael Diaz. Remember, Diaz, this season, coming into this game, 9 saves, only allowing 4 goals on 13 shots.
That also makes the final minute of the third quarter all the more impressive for Lemos. The fact that he had save after save after save with balls flying at him from left to right. It was
with an injured right shoulder.
With an injured right shoulder. He was playing with one arm. Incredible.
Foul going to be called as Syracuse will get a restart. Tenzin Rampa not happy with that. You can see how testy this game is getting. Already 3 cards in this yellow card shown in this game for dissent. 1 to Slavica Biparapovic, 1 to Domenico Vitale, and 1 to Lemos, which is the reason why he's in the box right now.
Yeah, I said it in the third quarter. The officials playing an enormous role in this game. They've been controlling the tempo of this game.
2-man wall in front of Jake Schindler. Schindler goes over to Ben Raymond. And that pass, that shot, deflected away. Schindler tries to ask for a defensive clearance, but no. Officials won't say it wasn't intentional, so Syracuse will get the restart instead. We already saw one good play from Rafael Diaz when he made a great save on a penalty shot from Bernardo Forbes.
Yeah, he actually had 2 great plays, but I know the one you're talking about. Just off his chest and knocked the wind out of him. He had to sit out.
Ian Bennett with a head full of steam down the right-hand side. Wants a goal, but Coughlin will deny him. Jake Schindler now on the ball. Able to get around Stuart Grable. Now here's Nate Bordeaux. Bernardo Forbes. Forbes! Oh, and not sure if Diaz or someone else, or if that one was just wide, but it looked like Forbes' shot goes out off target. Forbes sends Pereira to the ground with some footwork. Just over a minute 30 gone in this fourth quarter. We're tied at 4 here between Syracuse and Milwaukee. Here's Slavica. Slavica tried to find Vitale, who was cutting into the box. And Vitale's shot wasn't able to be redirected on target. Slavica trying to use that left foot to his advantage. Bernardo Forbes has his right foot free. And 2 Milwaukee players looked like they got a foot on that. Appeals for handball from Milwaukee. They won't get it. Slavica still trying the battle here, and Pereira's going to be called for a foul. You can see both teams, even though they have a spot locked up in the playoffs already, are still giving it everything they've got.
That's an excellent point, Christian. And I'm especially impressed with this Syracuse team, who it seems like they've had a lot of energy, especially coming down the stretch, which is not something I expected after a late trip home after the Harrisburg loss last night. Yeah, they clinched the playoff berth, but they had to come home a game after a loss and face a tough Milwaukee team that shut them out earlier this season.
Syracuse with a corner now. After it was ruled that a Milwaukee player deflected it over the bar. Slavica, who stands over it. He's got Tavernese to his immediate left side. Also has Bernardo Forbes. Darren Toby's lurking around the back post of the goal. Nate Bordeaux on the far side. Here's Slavica. He'll go off the boards looking for Toby. Can't find him though. As the Wave able to clear it away, and Coughlin picks it up. Coughlin now crosses the halfway line. Tries to go off the boards. Has Darren Toby. Now Slavica Biparapovic! You gotta love what the left foot of Slavica can bring you. 5-4 Silver Knights on the rocket from Slavica. And now it's 5-4.
And that's why that yellow card back in the third quarter was so crucial. Why this Syracuse team just cannot lose Slavica Ubi Parapovic, because that is what you lose if you lose to Bosnia.
What an excellent goal from Slavica. You can give him his 24th goal of the year. And now it's 5-4 Syracuse. And now Syracuse still with the ball. They're taking it to the Central Division winners in the Milwaukee Wave. Showing no quick here. Here's Bo Yelovak, trying to get into Jake Schindler. And now Milwaukee tried to break there as Gino was down the left-hand side, but just caught off guard there with the ball. Coughlin has it. Slavica. Over to Coughlin. Back over to Slavica. You can see both teams still applying a ton of pressure. Tavernisi able to keep the ball in Syracuse's hands. Coughlin now looks long for him as well. And that ball will bounce into the crowd for a Milwaukee restart. This is the first time we've really seen Milwaukee with quite an extended possession here now. Able to take advantage of Syracuse giving the ball away after some slight pressure. Now let's see what Milwaukee can do on the offensive end. Max Ferdinand tries to go across the goal. Domenico Fatale almost directed it into his own net, but Coughlin pokes it away to Darren Toby. Syracuse fans want Syracuse to break. Toby does a nice job to keep the ball though, and now it goes back to Fatale. And he looks for Tavernisi, but kind of mistimed Tavernisi's run there, and it goes back into Milwaukee's hands. Forbes tackles Matos. Nice job from him. And Vitale gets it over to Nate Bordeaux. Bordeaux over to Forbes. A little bit behind Forbes, though. Nice job to nutmeg Chino, though. And the ball goes over to Bordeaux. And now Syracuse tries to keep the ball in their possession. Here's Forbes. Nice job from Chino, though, to get the ball away from him. Now Forbes and Toby want to dispossess Chino, and a foul's going to be called on Forbes. And we'll give Milwaukee a restart. 10:28 left to go in this fourth quarter. 5-4 Silver Knights as Yelovak now in the face of some Milwaukee players. Slavica Ubi Parapovic, the lone goal scorer in this game, in this quarter. Samoy, the man standing over the ball for Milwaukee. Pass it over to Marcio, who's back behind the shootout line. Now Ian Bennett getting into the zone. Tries to battle Vitale, and Vitale is going to be called for a foul on to Bennett. Vitale not happy with that cause. Bennett a little slow to get up here, clutching at that left knee.
And that's the last thing you need right now if you're the Milwaukee Wave. Have your best player out. Coming down to crunch time.
Looks like
down
Bennett,
by a goal.
Looks like Bennett will get to his feet. Walking a little gingery on that left leg there. Something to keep an eye on throughout this game. Ricardino standing over the ball. We'll go for the restart here. Ricardino tries to go off the boards for Chino, and it goes out of play for a goalkeeper distribution. Coughlin will go along with his distribution, looking for Yelovak. Milwaukee wins it, but only as far as Nate Bordeaux, who gets the ball. Vitale goes off the boards. Couldn't find anyone, though. Here's Ricardino running down the right-hand side. Might have a space to shoot. Can't find the near post of Coughlin, though. Ferdinand can't get to the ball either. And now he's grabbing onto that right ankle is Ferdinand. Yelovak, nice job to get away from a couple Milwaukee players. And he gets the ball to Bernardo Forbes. Excellent job there from Yelovak to get away from the pressure from Milwaukee. And now Syracuse looks to hold on to the ball. Vitale back over to Slavica, 1 goal to his name. And coming in this quarter to give Syracuse the 5-4 lead. Yelovak doing a good job holding it up. Slavisa tries to poke it with his left foot. Great save from Diaz. And now Raymond tries to head it over to Patrick Thompson. Can't do so. Ben Raymond calls for shoot from the crowd. Not quite there yet, though. And Ricardinho trying to win the ball back. Slavisa back heel for Raymond. Jake Schindler, left foot. Great goal from Jake Schindler. And that's a weak foot goal from Jake Schindler, who just rolls it past Rafael Diaz, and it's 6-4, Syracuse on top.
And what might be even more impressive than watching Jake Schindler sneak one past Diaz with about the slowest moving goal you're going to see all season is the fact that Jake Schindler is the 6th different player to score today for Syracuse.
And for Jake Schindler, that is his 6th goal of the season. As Milwaukee looks long, Kaufman able to distract everyone long enough to get the ball away. And now with 9 minutes left to go in this game, Syracuse with a 6-4 lead over Milwaukee. Here's Ricardinho. Marcio now. Marcio looking for a foul to be called on him after Cornado Forbes was all over him. Couldn't do so. Gino now rolling back as Milwaukee develops their offense. Here is Diaz. This is a Milwaukee team that's also coming off a loss. Coming off I believe it was 9-6 loss to Baltimore on Friday. So Milwaukee trying to avoid losing 2 in a row. Only 5 losses for Milwaukee on the entire season.
Yeah, well, keep in mind, Milwaukee came into this game 15-5 on the
brilliant save there. Looked like Pereira hunting for his 2nd goal of the game, and Kaufman able to dive to his right to grab the ball.
Well, Milwaukee coming into the game 15-5 on the year, and they already clinched a playoff berth a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But 4 of those 5 losses came on the road.
Indeed, Milwaukee 6-4 on the road, and they could be heading to 6-5 as Bo Yelovak becomes the 7th Syracuse. I should say, still with the six Syracuse players to score, but he picks up his 2nd goal, and Syracuse is mobbing the Serbian.
Ben Raymond waving his arms in the air going, "Are you not entertained?"
Timeout on the floor. Yelovak with 2 goals today. 10 goals for the Serbian. 7 for Syracuse with 7:36 when we come back. .36 left in the game. 7-4 Syracuse, and Milwaukee, sensing desperation, are going to a 6th attacker. It's Ricardinho who has the pink 6th attacker jersey on. And Milwaukee with 3 goals to get in under 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Since that, they need to turn on the offensive pressure.
Well, the offensive pressure just hasn't been there all game for Milwaukee. And credit the Syracuse defense that's been outstanding, holding the Wave to just 6 shots on goal all day.
Here comes Milwaukee.
Compare that to 15 shots on goal for Syracuse.
Ian Bennett in the corner. Still got to watch out for Ian Bennett, who's been held quiet in this game. Daniel Matos. A goal for Matos. Bennett, no goals to his name today. Marcio. Over to Matos. So Syracuse has to spend a lot of time playing 6-on-5. In the box for Ferdinand. Chino looking for a second goal off the bar. Ferdinand can't control it, but he eventually gets it into the top corner of the goal. Milwaukee cuts the deficit to 2.
Well, that was almost a missed opportunity for Milwaukee, but able to get the rebound off the deflection from the boards, and it's still a 2-goal lead for Syracuse, but no lead is safe, especially in the sport of indoor soccer.
No lead is ever safe in indoor soccer. Now with the lead down to 2, maybe you have Diaz stay in goal for a little bit longer. Diaz will stay in goal as Syracuse does get possession to start out after the goal scored by Ferdinand, his second of the day for Max Ferdinand.
There's still a lot of time left in this game.
Yep. Yelovak into the corner. Nice shot from the Wave to get it away, though. Darren Toby gets away, though. Nice job there from Toby. Ball still with Syracuse as Yelovak looks long for Ben Raymond. Chad Vandergrift there first, though. Here's Rafael Diaz. Over to Chino. Now Vandergrift. Ricardinho itching to get off the bench. Here comes Diaz off the bench. Onto the field is Ricardinho. So 6th attacker once again for Milwaukee. Under 6 minutes left to play now. As we got tense moments coming up here at the onset of Memorial Arena. Let's take a look at who's on the field for Syracuse. Nate Bordeaux, Bo Yelovak, Ben Raymond, Bernardo Forbes, and Darren Toby. Max Ferdinand tries to get it around. Here's Ian Bennett. Bordeaux tries to get it away from Bennett. Nice job from Bennett, though. Tries to get it to Curiel, and Curiel pokes it into the net. Second goal for Chino today. And now the Syracuse lead down to 1. 2 goals coming from the 6th attacker as Milwaukee turns up the offensive pressure. And now with 5:29 left, this game looks a whole lot different than it did 2 minutes ago with the score now 7-6. Ryan Hall wants a timeout. We'll come back. With 5:29 left to go in the 4th. 7-6. Syracuse leads. Syracuse with the restart as they've led in 2 straight goals to cut their deficit down to 1. It is 7-6 Syracuse here in the 4th quarter as the scrum in the corner eventually falls to the feet of Syracuse as Jake Schindler chases the ball towards the midfield line.
Yeah, I say no lead is safe in the sport of indoor soccer, and what happens? The Milwaukee Wave cut it to 1, scoring twice in the span of a minute.
Fast and furious action here. Nice job from Coughlin to spin the ball away from Pereira. And Syracuse trying everything they can to hold on to the ball. It's a nice job from Chino. Get the ball away from Nate Bordeaux, though. With Rafael Diaz on the field, Ricardinho still on the bench as the 6th attacker. Diaz now will come off. Here comes Ricardinho once again. Sixth attacker for 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Marcio goes to the ground.
I don't know if this is a smart move from Milwaukee. It's worked twice so far, but maybe they're pushing their luck just a little bit. You might want to go a little bit more conservative. At least I would if I was coaching Milwaukee. I'd put a goalie in the net because if Syracuse pokes one away with less than 4 minutes to go in this one, it could be the icing on the cake.
Bennett tries to go off the boards, tried to find Ferdinand, couldn't do so, and Tavernisi pokes the ball into the crowd. It'll just be a restart. No defensive clearance called. So maybe Tavernisi lucky it'll get away with just a restart and not a defensive clearance call. There's Ricardinho over to Matos. Ian Bennett in the corner. Marcio. Matos. Back over to Ricardinho. They're just passing it back and forth around the outside. 3:45 now left to go in the game. Syracuse defense trying to hold on for just a little bit longer. Shot coming from Matos, blocked away by Schindler.
Well,
Ricardinho chases the ball back.
Both times the Wave has scored with the sixth attacker on the field, they've gotten it inside the box.
Ian Bennett tries to get into the box again. Save from Cuffwood. Not a great save from Cuffwood. Tries to clear the ball off the line, but the ball goes into the net. We're tied at 7. Fatalia and Bennett now with some extracurriculars here. But now this game is tied at 7.
Well, Milwaukee got it inside the box, and Syracuse put it in. It's as simple as that. And 3 straight times, the sixth attacker strategy has worked. So what do I know? I'm just the broadcaster.
That's why you're not Giuliano Oliviero there on the Milwaukee bench. Ricardinho still has that sixth attacker jersey on. So maybe they might even want to use it to get the game-winning goal here.
I don't think there's a chance that happens.
Syracuse once again with the restart. 3 straight goals for Milwaukee has made this a 7-7 game. Rafael Diaz gets it away. Only as far as Ben Raymond though. Now Conrado Forbes. Raymond. Hold to Ben Raymond's name here today. Milwaukee still tries to get it away. Ruparapovich providing some pressure. This Chino. Chino running down the right-hand side. Raymond, nice recovery to get the ball away, though. And now here's Conrado Forbes. Forbes with a nice move to keep the ball. Nice shot to keep the possession. And Yelovak flicks it on to Forbes. Yelovak gets tackled, though. But Syracuse keeping possession.
Forbes with some sorcery.
Yeah.
Streaking down the field. The equivalent of a basketball crossover.
Great moves from Conrado to keep the ball, but now Milwaukee has it with Marcio. Ian Bennett down the left-hand side, and now Bennett. Dangerous here as Ian Bennett has some space. Now Bennett into the corner. Raymond pokes it away. Here's Toby. And now Ford tries to get it over to Yelovak. Max Ferdinand picks it up. And Ferdinand will go back to Rafael Diaz. Ricardinho looks like he wants to get out. And yeah, Milwaukee's going for sixth attacker. They want the winner here. They don't want to settle for a regulation overtime game. They want to go for a winner with under 2 minutes left here as Ricardinho is out with the sixth attacker.
You know what, Christian? This one has felt like a playoff game all game.
2 teams both with places secured in the playoffs, but neither team wanting to walk away from the onsetter today with a loss. 1:35 left to go. Sixth attacker on for Milwaukee. We're tied at 7 here after Syracuse took a 7-4 lead at the beginning of this quarter. Milwaukee has battled back with 3 sixth attacker goals to get it to 7-7. Now with 1:21 left to go, they have a sixth attacker out again. Coughlin trying to grab the ball. Does so. And looks like it will be a restart here for Syracuse. Ricardinho still staying in there. Again, sixth attacker is still out as Syracuse has the ball. Milwaukee defense needs to come up strong. Schindler finds Forbes. Does Forbes fancy himself from here? No, Forbes! Ricardinho with the save, though. Under a minute now. Ricardinho will just put it on the ground and walk it out. Are we headed for overtime? Matos. Over to Marcio. Bennett. Bennett saved! Coughlin. And now Corrado Forbes. Ricardino's off his line. Forbes tries to get around Ferdinand. Doesn't get so successfully though. And Ferdinand now looks for Ian Bennett, who's all alone on the left-hand side. Gets it around Jake Schindler. Ian Bennett into the netting though. Ian Bennett has still not gotten on the score sheet. And now Ricardino rushes out as Rafael comes back into goal. 27 seconds now left in regulation. Coughlin. Over to Darren Toby. Tavernisi. 15 seconds. Bordeaux. Not much time left in regulation. Graybo taken to the ground. Blue card. So now there will be 10 seconds of a man down for Syracuse. Rafael's going to come out. Ricardino's going to come in. This is going to be 7-on-5 for 10 seconds. Ball will start in the Milwaukee half of the field. Rene Bordeaux was in the box for 2 minutes. If we go into overtime, Bordeaux will stay in the box. However, this is dangerous here for Syracuse. I should say not 7-on-5. This is 6-on-4. Math a little wrong there. Excuse me for that. But still, 6-on-4.
This is why we're in communications, Christian.
10 seconds. Can Milwaukee push for a winner within this last 10 seconds? Bennett can't get it on goal. 2 seconds. 1. No shot for Milwaukee. It felt like this game did deserve overtime, and that is what we are indeed getting. We're tied at 7 after 4 quarters of play. That's not enough to decide this game, so we are going to an overtime period. Welcome back to the onset of War Memorial Arena. Milwaukee will start with possession in overtime, as we will play 10 minutes of overtime. If a winner's not decided within these 10 minutes, we'll go to a penalty shootout. However, Milwaukee's going to go 6-on-4 with the extra attacker and Ricardinho after Nate Bordeaux was shown a blue card with 10 seconds left at the end of regulation for a tackle along the boards. Here's Marcio. Looking for Ian Bennett. Schindler gets it away though. And now Schindler tries to roll it into the goal. That one's going to go wide though. And Ricardinho will pick it up. No Rafael Diaz in the goal. Ricardinho is on as the sixth attacker. Ian Bennett on the left side. Finds Marcio. Ricardinho looking for Chino. Now Matos. Here's Marcio. Marcio trying to get it across goal. Ian Bennett, great save, Coughlin. Under a minute now left to go in the penalty. Milwaukee still sticking with the sixth attacker. Here's Ricardinho. Chino trying to go across the box. Marcio gets it past Coughlin and scores. And Milwaukee is able to escape Syracuse with a win.
Well, the faces and the body motions of the players for Syracuse right now tell the story. With Coughlin sitting on the ground alongside Bordeaux and Tavernisi and all the players for Syracuse. This was one that got away. This was a very, very deflating loss for Syracuse. They had it in the bag. They were up by 3 goals in the fourth quarter, and credit Milwaukee for sticking around and being resilient in this one. They're a good team. This is why they were 15-5, now 16-5, and clinched their division a couple weeks back. Syracuse came into this game. It appeared had a lot of energy, but they were coming off a loss in Harrisburg and had to travel the entire night. They got pushed to overtime, couldn't put Milwaukee away in regulation, and this is what happened. They were just beat. Milwaukee just had that much more effort and that much more resiliency down the stretch of this one, and that was the difference.
So Milwaukee does escape Syracuse with an 8-7 victory and in overtime. Got to give a lot of credit to Syracuse, though. They fought until the very end with this game. Syracuse drops to 12-9. Milwaukee improves to 16-5. Syracuse will be back in action next week on Sunday, March 4th, for their regular season finale against Baltimore. And then they'll host the Blast once again on March 8th for the first round of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. But for now, this is a 8-7 loss for Syracuse. And that will do it here from the On-Center Memorial Arena. For Jonah Karp and Mason Hordisky, I'm Christian de Guzman. Thank you so much for watching Syracuse Overnight Soccer on MASL.TV.